Hey everyone, Leticia here. Happy Thursday. How are you all doing? Hopefully you're doing well. I was hoping to go live a little earlier, but we actually had a bit of an electricity situation thanks to the strong winds and rain last night. And I literally just had electricity restored like less than half an hour ago. So anyway, I trust everyone is doing well wherever you may be watching from. Hi to those of you who may be watching this live, and also hi to those of you who may be watching this after the fact. I can't believe it's the end of August, mis amigos, and that school is starting. Well, here in Mexico, school has officially already started this week. My son Anthony is currently still up in Canada visiting his grandparents, and so he'll be starting school next week. Anyway, my friends, I didn't want to miss the opportunity to tell you guys about this beautiful new building being coming up in Playa del Carmen. In case you've been considering perhaps buying an investment property or maybe a second home somewhere in a warm climate at an affordable price, well, I want to tell you about this beautiful project, my friends, from a developer that already has a number of projects, beautiful projects completed in Playa. If you follow me on YouTube, you might have noticed that yesterday I uploaded a video of the model suite of an existing building from the same developer, and they're using it as the model suite for this development. So without further ado, I will tell you a bit more about their newest project. This is a boutique building that has a delivery date of December of next year, so about a year and a half from now. Okay, one momento, por favor. Okay, let me just make sure I've got it all ready. See. Okay. Thank you for your patience, my friends. Sharing the screen. Well, it's gotten easier. I'm using a streaming platform, and it's gotten easier than it was before. So, my friends, this new project is called Catalosh. Let me just go into opening the brochure. Hopefully, you can see my screen. So, Catalosh, my friends, it's spelled with an X at the end. It is the name of a local tree. It's actually one of the strongest woods. It's a very strong wood, and in Mayan, it means corazón azul, or blue heart, and that's why we have that symbol there. Now, my friends, this is going to be a boutique building. It will look very similar to the renders and very similar to an existing building from the developer. I'm going to afterwards kind of show you some of their existing buildings in Playa. And again, if you are curious, I will link to the video that where I was doing a tour of the model suite and of their existing building, which is located half a block away from this one. I see here they start with the amenities. I know it's kind of small. I'm going to see if I can make this larger, my friends. The building is obviously going to have a beautiful rooftop with a pool, grill area, kind of a barbecue bar, kitchen area up on the rooftop. There's going to be a yoga area. Even kind of like a fire pit area for those starry nights. Although, mind you, Playa is getting quite busy. I don't know how much stars you'll be able to see. The building will have an elevator. Obviously, we're going to have bike parking on the downstairs. We're also going to have some parking downstairs as well. All the units are planned to have digital locks, so you can, if you're choosing to rent your unit remotely, perhaps like via Airbnb, you'll be able to access the code and change that for your guests upon every, with every new guest that comes in. There's going to be obviously closed circuit camera and reception, 24/7 security. Okay. Now, that, by the way, in case you're wondering, is an iconic, statue that Playa del Carmen is known for. It is located right next to the ferry docks. If you've ever been to Playa del Carmen, this is where you board the ferry to go to Cozumel, and this is Parque Los Fundadores. And by the way, my friends, I looked it up. We're about a 14-minute walk from the beach where this building will be located. And I'll tell you more about the location shortly, because I think maybe it may not be in this material, but I'll pull up the location on Google Maps and show you. So we are talking about six different types of model suites. The standard suite is a one bedroom, and these are what I would call junior one bedroom suites, 48.96 is square meters is the smallest, and a few different models. Now, the two most common ones we're going to find are these two, the Palma and the Cedro. And by the way, every unit has the name of a local tree, which I thought was pretty cool. Siricote, there's only one of those units in the building, and I believe they already have a deposit on it, but we can always try. So that was a unique 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom unit, actually 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. There are only a couple of those. However, if there are only two-bedroom units in the whole building. However, if a client wanted to buy maybe two of the smaller units side by side, the developer could work with you to create a larger unit. So just to give you an idea, actually, I was going to do the conversion to square feet, but anyway, the unit sizes for the 1-bedrooms are between 527 to 551 square feet, and that includes the balcony, which every unit will have. And again, the C by unit, again, 1-bedrooms. I don't know how much you guys can see in terms of the floor plan, but suffice it to say that each unit will come with, well, I want to say a king size bed. Pretty sure it will be a king size bed with a fully equipped kitchen, bathroom, sofa cama, I'm speaking Spanglish, sofa that turns into a bed. Okay, and then you have the balcony. There are some of the units, this is obviously a ground floor unit here. And then the largest unit in the building, this is literally kind of like the penthouse of the whole building. It's a 6-floor unit, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,000 square feet, almost 1,100 square feet. Okay. Now, each of the suites comes equipped with what they call a cuarto de lavado. This is an area where you can have the washer dryer put in. Now, different people like different brands of washer dryer, so the developer is not putting those in. However, there will be a hookup in each unit so that if you want one put in, you can have one put in. Okay. Now, the terrace, yeah, I'm surprised they didn't put the location front and center. I'm going to share with you guys the location. But yeah, the terrace is actually with a lot of boutique buildings, especially when you are kind of on the beach side of Avenida 30th, you could only really have like half a rooftop being used. In this case, we have the whole rooftop. So one side of the rooftop, we're going to have the pool, lounging area, sitting area, barbecue, what have you. And then at the back, a little kitchen here, yoga zone. Okay, now some of you may say, well, why isn't there a gym? Well, my friends, it's been my experience that with boutique buildings, including this developer's first, nearby building, which is like literally half a block away, they did put a gym in there. Hardly anybody uses it because in a boutique building, you can only fit in, a handful of cardio machines, what have you. So it's not going to be a very complete gym. So people who are really, into going to the gym still prefer to go to a proper gym, and that's just, we're talking size limitations for boutique buildings. So in this case, the developer, they already had that experience with their previous development that like nobody was using the little gym. So I'm like, okay, we're just going to do a yoga zone, and that may be a little more practical for people. Okay, more renders of the rooftop. Oh yeah, so this area up here is the fogata, nice hangout area on the rooftop. um, Definitely nice nighttime atmosphere, and we'll keep the mosquitoes away. Ha ha ha. Don't tell anybody. Ha ha ha. Okay, again, more of the renders. Now when I get into the price list, so there are 3 different payment plans for this development. I'll get into it shortly. For if a client is able to do the higher down payment, that's when you get the fully furnished suite. Otherwise, you would get an equipped suite, meaning things like, and in fact, I believe the developer just sent me the list of what would be included. Don't worry. Yeah, she's like, I'm sorry I couldn't send it to you earlier. I know I told her, listen, I'm going live in a few minutes. So thank you guys. I'm going to just see if I see. So yeah, she did send me the list, the equipment, what's included. Anyway, I can always put a link to that somewhere in the description, or just send it to you guys if you're interested. Okay. What else? Let me see. There will be some underground parking, terrace, again, more of the renders. Okay, now some of the units, depending on which unit type you choose, for the one bedrooms, they are designed to have this sliding door separation so that if you have it open, you allow for more natural light to come in. And yet, if you want to have your privacy in the bedroom area and maybe you have guests over, you want to hide your messy bed, you can do so with a sliding door. Okay, so I think it's a neat use of space, and I like the fact that it gives you the option of having, you know, more natural light coming through. The yeah, clean modern design, and having seen their existing building, this is going to be a sister building, so very similar. A blend of modern design with natural elements, using local materials like salam wood, which is again a resistant and beautiful local wood. Some of the Yeah, I'll tell you guys a little more. On the ground floor behind the reception, you're going to have this ground floor garden area. Again, kind of if you have any guests waiting, or just want to meet somebody downstairs, you maybe don't want to bring them up to your apartment so soon, wink wink. There is an area downstairs. There's a sitting area, okay, garden area. Okay, so let me see what else I could show you guys. I can close this. Can I close this? I could. I'm just thinking maybe. Okay. Oh yeah. Why don't let's have a look at the prices, you know? Well, before I look at the prices, let me see if I can show you some more renders. Well, no, we already saw the renders, plantas, equipment. Oh yeah. So there is a list of equipment here. Let me see if this is the same one that she sent me. Okay. Equipment in the units. I see. So, okay. So yes, okay, all of this would come included, even for, so AC, boiler, water heater, all the enclosure for the bathroom, all the bathroom accessories, all of that comes included, okay? And then for the people that are able to do a larger down payment, then they can include the furniture as well. Now, I'm sure that even if you're not able to do a larger down payment and you wanted the furniture, something could be worked out with the builder. They have amazing local suppliers, and I really do like the kind of furniture they have in their existing building. So yeah, why don't we look at the payment plans? And I know every time I try to share my screen, you guys can't see anything because the writing is too small. So let me see if I can possibly make my screen like, okay, maybe not that big. Hopefully you guys can see it. Okay, but anyway, what we're talking about, so in my description I was saying like from 173K US, that's the lowest price for the one bedroom units, for the smallest of the one bedroom units, if you are able to do the 80% down payment. So as you can see, these are the possible payment schemes with this developer: 30, 60, 10. What that means, or 80, 10, 10. Obviously, this is the payment plan that allows you to have like all the furniture. Alternatively, if maybe you weren't in a position to put down that much and you wanted to do a longer payment plan, the least amount that you could put down, as is the case with most pre-construction projects here in the Riviera Maya, would be a 30% down payment. And then you'd be expected to come up with 60% in different payment plans throughout the construction, and the final 10% on delivery, which again, it is expected for December of next year. Yeah, and one thing I noticed is that I wasn't able to share with you guys. So yeah, most of the units are these one bedrooms, and then you do have some variety of payment plans. And if any of you are interested, obviously you can see there's not much variation in the prices. Obviously the larger units are priced a bit higher, but again, they're all around the same price point, around 3 million pesos, which at today's exchange rate, you know, roughly, what is it? I can't do math in my head. It was easier when the peso was like at $20 for the, you know, but now it used to be 20 pesos for the dollar, but now it's like 17 pesos for the dollar. So divided, yeah, I mean, 176K total price. That is a competitive price point, my friends, for one bedrooms in Playa at this point, you know. And now let me show you the location, because this is where, let me see if I can bring it up. I'm gonna have to bring up like Google Maps, because I thought the location would have already been in the drive, but it wasn't. So bear with me for a second. Okay, so I'm going to bring up their existing development, which is called Salam Residences. And again, this is a building that's already in operation. And how I even know about this, guys, is because I placed multiple happy tenants in their existing building. And one very important thing I want to tell you guys about is how desirable the neighborhood is. The neighborhood is called Colonia Hollywood, and Colonia Hollywood is a very charming, eclectic neighborhood full of little cafes, restaurants. If you've been in Playa, for sure you would have heard of Papa Charlie's or Bajo Cafe. So Bajo Cafe is like this lovely, like, favorite digital nomad hangout place where it's outdoor, indoor dining, three different restaurants in one, open from morning till night, and super beautiful. The whole neighborhood has many old growth trees. A couple blocks away, we have a large DAC. DAC is a large natural food market. Across the street, we have Mega Soriana, which is a large supermarket. So everything is super walkable. Avenida 30th is an avenida where you can easily catch taxis. The colectivos, which are the little buses for 10 pesos, you can like get around Playa. They're not luxurious by any stretch, but hey, if you're on a budget, that's you or your tenants don't want to break the bank, that's an option. And so this is their existing property, and then Catalosh, which right now is not yet showing on the map, but it will be just crossing just past Avenida 30th, still in the same Colonia neighborhood, Colonia Hollywood neighborhood. This green space that you see here on the map, I hope you guys are still seeing this, my friends. I hope so. It says I'm sharing. um, it says share this tab instead. Oh, it's okay. I'll just keep it to, hopefully you guys can see it. Yeah. This is Deportivo Mario Villanueva. If any of you have been to Playa, this is a um, large sports arena that is open to the public. A lot of people like to go jogging there. When I was a little more ambitious, I'm being hard on myself. I used to go to like twice a week running. That, like, anything is there. They have tennis courts, basketball courts. Um, it's open to the public. There are multiple yoga, dance classes. They're like 70 pesos like each. It's super affordable, my friends. Like a few dollars per class. You can go multiple classes per day. And anyway, in terms of I already did the distance to the closest beach, which by the way would be Mamitas Beach. Mamitas is probably the best known and one of the best maintained beaches in Playa del Carmen. So that is a 13-minute walk to Salam. So I figured to Catalosh, okay, add another minute, because you're crossing Avenida 30th. Right here on the corner is an OXXO convenience store, which again, if you've been to Mexico, it's like your 7-Eleven. You've got everything in there. And that's, by the way, where you can pay all your bills, like your electricity, water, whatever. Yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, and you know what? I think I'm done with the sharing. I'll just show you my smiling face. Hopefully you guys can see it. Okay, yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, I don't want to make this much longer, but I think it would be worthwhile. Okay, a couple of things to mention. So the developer, they do offer a rental management program for those of you who are looking, obviously you're maybe out of town investors, you want a hands-off approach. Their preference is to do long-term rentals. However, if your preference is to do short-term rentals, which the location would be viable, would appeal to both long-term and short-term rentals. If your intention is to do short-term rentals, we have a number of companies that we can refer you to, okay? Or if you'd rather do monthly or long-term rentals, the developer has an administration arm, and they can also help you with all your bill payments, all of that kind of stuff. I figured I would show you guys some of their existing projects. And so I just want to let you know the developer has 20 years of experience in Playa. They used to work with one of the largest development firms here. So I'll just show you. This was, and then they became an independent builder. This was their first development. As you can see, it's not quite as aesthetically impressive, but literally it's located like 2 lots away from where their new building is going to be. So they're keeping it all nice and tight, nice in the area. This was another building, which I don't even know this one, by the name Salam, was the one that I have a video of on my channel. And again, beautiful boutique building, amazing location. And this is their newest one. Obviously, this one is in the concept stage as of now. And then I want to show you guys, again, these are renders. This is MoMA 42. If you've been in Playa del Carmen, I'm sure you've walked by this building. It's at the corner of Calle 42 with Quinta Avenida. The developer was, you know, chief architect in charge of this project at the time. I forgot which one this is. It's another building. Anyway, like I said, 20 years of experience in Playa del Carmen. Okay. Um, I'm going to remove that. And they're absolutely lovely people. I mean, I enjoy working with them. Again, with the developer's wife actually handles the administration arm. And again, we've worked together, many happy tenants in their existing building. And I want to support them. They're really lovely people. Eddie says, hola. Hola, Eddie. So my friends, that's all for today. Thank you for tuning in. I don't want to make this much longer. I'm going to put up my contact info if you want to find out more about this beautiful project, or in general you're interested in learning more about investing here in Playa del Carmen, Tulum, or the in general in the Riviera Maya of Mexico. There are many beautiful projects. I can only cover so many of them, but we do have, honestly, there's just a variety for different budgets, different preferences, and I'm happy to help you whether you're looking for an investment property or perhaps a beautiful second home. This is just one of the many projects I happen to have access to and lucky to represent. Okay, so thanks for tuning in, everyone, and see you very soon, hopefully next week. Okay, blessings and enjoy the rest of your summer. Bye for now.